it's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. How are you today? I hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing wonderful. I just want to thank you for joining me on my channel today. My channel is a crochet channel and a little bit of a knitting channel because I'm learning to knit. Sometimes we travel and we'll do some travel videos, but today is crochet and knitting. I want to ask you, if you are not subscribed and you like what you see here, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell if you want to for notifications. Make a comment. Give me a thumbie. They're free. Do all the things that YouTube likes. It helps my channel, and I appreciate it very much. Just as I appreciate you staying and watching the video. Today I want to talk a little bit about my Sisterhood of the Traveling Purple Scarf, because I did add to it. I think all of Joe's colors are now added. Joe from Joe's Web. So I added, in one sitting, I added, I think, most of this. And you can see it's getting pretty long. Here's all my little tags. So I have started, I just did one row of my variegated. So I'll do a couple more rows of that, and then I'm going to put out another color, another scrap. I have scraps. These are the ones from Jan, but I have, here we go. These are older. I've had these longer. These are from Julie from Arizona, so these will go in next. Jan's I have to put in my bag. If you have purple scraps and you want to join in on the Sisterhood of the Traveling Purple Scarf, please feel free to send me a little ball of yarn. I appreciate it very much. Purple or variegated purple, but just little, 4-weight acrylic. You know, I mean, nothing fancy, just a little purple scrap. We'll add it, and you will be eventually in the scarf as well. And I call it the Sisterhood of the Traveling Purple Scarf because it has traveled with me, and I've picked up scraps from friends along the way. It will continue to travel with me. And it's the sisterhood because most of the yarn, there were some of my own scraps. It started with my own scraps. But then the yarn after that is scraps from all of my yarn sisters. So if you want to be included in that, please feel free to send me a purple scrap. My P.O. box is in the description box below. So any like, you know, just acrylic, 4-weight. It's all 4-weight. And I'm knitting. This was learning to knit. So I am doing the stockinette stitch. I guess I should talk about that a little bit. I'm doing the stockinette stitch. I am using a lifeline, which I really do have to move up, but I haven't taken the time to do that yet. So I'm using stockinette, so purl 1 row, knit 1 row, purl 1 row, knit 1 row. I am using these are 6mm boy hook needles, just straight needles. And they're metal, and I'm real happy with them. I don't know what the length is on them, but it's just what I found. And I am real happy with them for this project. And I have these really cute little elephants on them. Lost one. It might be in my bigger bag. I don't know. But anytime I get a scrap, I put it in a bag. I put them in an individual baggie with the person's name on it and what state they sent them from. And then that's what goes on the tag when I tag it. When I use it and put it on there, then I put a tag. And eventually, it will be hanging in my yarn room somehow. I envision it, draping across the ceiling. My husband says that's not going to happen. And really, how would I continue to crochet on it if it's hanging on the ceiling, or to knit on it if it's hanging on the ceiling? So I'm like, yep, good plan there. Probably, I'm not very centered here, am I? Probably won't really hang from the ceiling until maybe it's done, but I hope that it's never done. So that's the Traveling Purple Sisterhood of the Traveling Purple Scarf. And I just find it to be such a fun project. And I enjoy getting the scraps and seeing where they're coming from and who they're coming from. I appreciate it very much. So if you've been here for any time in the last few weeks, you know that I had started the Canyonlands tea that I was going to make for myself. And I am using a Caron cotton cake in the color Lighthouse. And I just love it. It's very muted. There is a blue in here too. Here it's like a blue-gray. Very muted, very soft. They classified this as a 4, but I think it's a real thin 4, probably closer to a 3. 60% cotton, 60% acrylic. So it's light enough weight to wear in the warmer weather. I wouldn't make it solid completely, but this is the Canyonland stitch pattern. And this is like the front panel that I made for myself in this shirt for the tee I was making. And it's just a boat neck, and this was going to be the bottom with the ruffle. And so it was going to be a boat neck like this. And Amanda saw it, my daughter, and she's like, oh my goodness, I would love a slip dress made out of that. So, you know, I love crocheting for my family, and so I said, okay, I'll see what I can do. Well, this stitch pattern, the fan on it requires like 10 stitches. And I don't know how to, you know, you could do half of it and probably do 5 stitches, like for the sleeves. I don't know how you would do the straps, because she wanted like, not spaghetti straps, but like tank top straps. And I'm like, I don't know how to increase, you know, because then you gotta make the straps, and then you gotta come out and increase it to make it. And she wanted scoop neck, you know, like my tank top. So I didn't know how to do that. So I found another pattern, which now I can't remember the name of, but it is in the description box below. It's a tutorial by Jago, and I think it's just summer maxi dress or something like that. But it is in the description box. And it starts, I love the way this pattern is done. It starts with the straps. So you make a strap, and then you make the second strap and connect the first strap, but you only make the front. Then you go and add to the front to make the back strap on each side, and then you chain it just for like the scoop part. Now, and I followed the pattern for the size that Amanda said that I should do, and it was huge. It said put 17 stitches in between here. It's a 2-row repeat. So the first, it wanted this as the strap here. So now your scoop is way up here. Well, Amanda wanted a lower scoop because she's going to wear a slip under it, and she wants that to show a little here. So like maybe a shiny, you know, satin kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm picturing. And it was really wide. So I took it, I'm like, this is way too big. And I took it apart, and I took it down to, I just had the 2 shoulder straps for the front started. And and the chain of 17 in the middle, and like 2 rows. And I know it's too big. No, the chain of 17 and 1 row of this is a double treble stitch. So I had 1 row of that. I wanted to see how it was fitting. Well, it was way up here. She wanted it longer. So we ended up doing 5 rows of the repeat before I started increasing. And that brought it way down, like where she wanted it. And then I am kind of winging it as to how it's going to fit, you know, like for the shoulders. But when she came over, I said, you have to get over here and try this on so I can see what I need to change. And I went way down on the stitches here. 4 inches. So it's 17 stitches now. So I had added a lot more than that because I took it down like to a quarter of what 40 stitches maybe she wanted to add in the middle. But I think I added 17 stitches, and I did do the swatch pattern. So 17 stitches in this is for about 4 inches. So the front and the back are the same as far as that goes. But Amanda had on this dress, this little t-shirt tank dress, which looked so cute on her, by the way. But it's got it fit her perfectly up through the chest area. So I've been using this because she's out of town and laying my work out on it to give me an idea of how it's going to fit her in through the top part. So where the designer has increases, I don't have all those increases because it was getting too big per the dress. This was getting too big, but the shoulder straps part and this part match perfect. It's matching perfect to under the arms. So for the armholes, I think we're doing good. They might be a little bit short they're just maybe a little bit short of what the armholes were in that dress. So I'm a little leery. I don't want to go an extra whole set. I wouldn't want to do an extra whole set, but I could, to make it longer. It would be too far. So I'm going to go with, I hope there's not supposed to be a border. I think it looks fine the way it is. I don't necessarily think it needs a border. If it does, it would just be like a single crochet border if we're supposed to do that. I mean, that's all I would do, but it'll be up to her if she likes it or not. So I started doing increases, but only in the front, like where the chest area is. Her back doesn't need to be any bigger, just the front does. And now I think it's time to start decreasing on the pattern. So I followed the pattern, but I had to change. I followed the pattern completely for the strap. I just made it longer. The strap in the original pattern is only 2. I did 5 to make it go low enough, and then did the increases as per the pattern to down to here, down to where you add the make for the scoop neck. I changed that stitch count. I originally then added stitches on the sides because I didn't add as many stitches in here. So I'm thinking I needed stitches on the sides, and I did that for like a row and said, oh, that's way too wide. So I pulled it apart again and took those stitches out and just went from the shoulder strap to the shoulder strap without having any chains in the middle like this. The original pattern didn't call for it either, but I don't know why in my brain I thought it would need to be there. Because I forgot to think about the fact I knew it needed more space from up here when we brought it down, just for her chest to fit. But I didn't think about the fact that I added more stitches in here, still more than what the original pattern called for to make it, big enough, because now I'm lower on her chest. So anyway, I did that, and now I think it's time to decrease so that it can come in. She wants it kind of form-fitted, so I want it to come in now for her waistline and stomach. And then I'll have to flare it back out when we get down to like the hip part. So now the t-shirt dress is flowy. So I won't be able to use this much longer to tell me like her body shape, because it's wider. It doesn't go in as much. But she's away for the weekend, and I was really hoping I could have it done before she gets here, but I'm going to try it on her. She wants it to be mid-calf, which is going to be a really long dress, but I love that I can work it in the round now. And I, know where the front is. I know where the back is. So I just don't know where the hips and waist need to go, and how big it is. So I'm going to play it by ear, and just do a couple more rows on it before I let her try it on again. But I won't be able to do that until she's gone for the weekend. So I'm really having fun with it. I won't mind ripping it out if it doesn't fit, and like ripping it back to where it does fit and changing it. I just wish I could try it on her every day. Like every couple rows would be so great. But it's a fun project, and it really does work up quite fast. If I knew what I was doing, if I had a actual model, or if she was here and I could try it on her, it would be done in a weekend, no problem, I think. This double treble is a long stitch, so it really makes it go fast. The other stitch is a half double, the in-between row, and that's a quick stitch. It doesn't take up a lot of space this way, but it's a fast crochet for me. That's one of my favorite stitches because I can whip through those and I like it. So I'm excited about this project, and I'm going to do a couple more rows tonight, and then I'm probably going to wait. We'll see. But I'll keep you posted on the progress. I hope everyone has a great weekend. This will probably be coming out on Saturday, even though I'm recording it on a Friday afternoon. I probably won't get it up until Saturday, so I hope you all have a great weekend. And as I said, if you liked what you saw here, please like and share and subscribe and all that stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.